Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video, I'm going to be showcasing this DIY pig costume. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you step by step on how I put together this DIY Peppa Pig and George Pig costume. And it was for Halloween for the little ones. So what you're gonna need is some pink felt, a glue gun, glue sticks, scissors, black marker, a headband, empty toilet paper roll, elastic cord or yarn, pink pipe cleaners, a red shirt and a blue shirt, and also blue overalls. So here is just a picture of all the items that I mentioned. And the blue overalls, and to the left is the red shirt. So let's just get started.
So I'm just going to show you guys the things that I'll be using to put together my costume. Next, we have just navy blue overalls, which isn't really part of his costume. He's going to be George Pig off of the show Peppa Pig, and I just wanted to get just a solid blue color for him to wear. He's a boy, so he's not going to be wearing like the dress that Peppa wears, so I got him these off Amazon. They're going to fit him nice and good, and then he just already owned this, which is pretty similar to that. And then for Peppa's dress, we're just going to do red and then attach the tail. To make all the accessories for their costume, I have 2 pieces of felt just to make sure I have enough. I have a toilet paper roll, and that's to make the nose. Headbands to stick the ears onto. We have some of these cure pipes just to use as a tail, and then I'm going to use one of these elastic cords to keep the nose on their faces, and then of course a handy dandy hot glue gun and scissors. So I'm gonna record myself putting everything together, and you'll see the final look once we take pictures and videos on Halloween. So stay tuned so you guys can see how I put together all the accessories for mainly just the Peppa Pig and the George Pig costume.
So we start off with the prep by plugging in the glue gun and getting the glue stick ready for when it is time to put it in to use. These costumes were super easy to make, so I'm just gonna go ahead and talk you guys through the steps that I took. And I'm just over here opening up the glue gun, plugging it in. Daeson and my niece Amara, of course, are stealing some of the glue sticks. And the first thing we're gonna do is create the pig ears. So we're gonna fold one pink felt sheet in half, and we're gonna cut that in half. And then we're just gonna use 1/2 and focus on making one pair of ears. Oh, we're gonna cut that in half as well. And you just need something to kind of have a sturdy surface underneath, because I was doing it on my bed. I'm just gonna draw what looks like a teardrop almost. And an upside down teardrop. Mine is a little slanted, but don't worry, it comes together. It comes together at the end. You don't have to be perfect. It's a very simple. Just trace it lightly just so that you can see what you're cutting. And then you're going to take the scissors and you're going to just go ahead and cut out that outline. And then so we have what looks like an ear almost, right? So now we're going to go ahead and split that in half by cutting right down the middle. See what I'm doing there? Now we have two ears, two lopsided ears, but don't worry, I'm gonna get a little bit of a touch up. I just didn't want it to be too big because these are my son's and he's 2, so he doesn't have like a huge head. So these are going to be the ears that sit on top of the headband or sit on top of his head. So I was sitting here just trying to cut it down in size until I got something that I was okay with, and here we are. This is the outline of the ears. Very simple, right? Now here we have the headbands and the hot glue gun ready to go. So remember how we cut out the ears? Now we're going to pinch it in the middle and do some folding to give that ear-like impression, like a pig's ear or a dog's ear, how they kind of fold in a little bit. So you just pinch it in the middle and fold. And at first I was just trying it out to see how much I would have to fold under to glue it and which way. And then once I had it figured out, I would pull out the glue gun and start gluing a little drop in the middle. And then you pinch that together. Hold it for a few seconds so it can dry. And then you of course repeat the same to the other one. So they look like ears. Now we just have to get it on the headband. And so I have it backwards right now. So basically my method was kind of to put a little bit of glue on the headband piece and kind of fold the pink felt around it. And that's the back, so they're not going to be able to see that when it's on its head. And then I'm just molding it. And then the same with the other. And you can just go back with the glue gun for any touch-ups. If any pieces are lifting, you just want to make sure it's secure. You don't want their ears falling off. Kind of tragic, right? Look at those ears. Aren't they cute? And then the headband is what's going to keep it on his head. And so, of course, I had to do the same for Peppa Pig's costume. This is for my niece, Amara. She's a girl, so she got the gold studded headband. And now we're gonna move on to make the nose. This is where that toilet paper roll, very weird, right? You're like, what are we gonna do with this? But this is where it comes in handy. You're gonna cut right through it and basically determine how big you want the nose or how wide. You can cut a smaller piece, you can cut a larger piece. That's going to go over their nose to act as the pig's snout. So now we're just going to use that leftover felt from the ears, and we're just going to measure it before we cut so we can make sure that we're cutting the right size piece. So now we just pull out the hot glue gun and we're just going to trail the glue around the toilet paper roll, but like section by section because you don't want to hot glue gun your fingers. So just work in sections and then roll the felt over it until it gets to the end. And now both of them are done as far as around now we have to just cover the actual nose part, and you're also going to do the same thing with the felt, but this time just cut around in a circle, glue it down. You'll see the kids make an appearance here and there. Oh, say hi, Mar. And then I'm doing the same one for hers. So I did everything double because all the accessories are the same on each costume. If you haven't heard of Peppa Pig, super popular, like kids, toddlers type of show. My son loves it, literally imitates the things that they say on there. It's hilarious, so I figured this would have been a perfect, easy DIY costume for him. So now you use that black marker that I told you to get in the beginning. And we're just gonna draw 2 lines. Look at that. A nose is just forming right before our eyes. It's very simple. And we had a lot of fun actually making it because they were helping me, or they were kind of just jumping around, but they were trying to help me while I was doing this. And so to keep it secure on their faces, I ended up getting elastic fabric strings. By the way, all these accessories are from Michael's that I picked up, minus the overalls. That's from Amazon. But I was able to just hot glue gun the string after I measured it around my son's head, just to make sure it wasn't going to be too tight. And then you just basically press it down and you got yourself a nose. I don't even call it a nose headband. I don't know, nose. And I'm doing the same thing for her. She's older, so her head is bigger. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be too tight or just snug enough that it wasn't going to annoy them on Halloween. So again, same technique. Just put a dot of glue, watch your finger now, then you just stick the string part onto it and you press it. You just hold it for a few seconds. The glue guns are magic. It just takes a few seconds and it's secure. So I just went back to make sure his was secure as well. By the way, Halloween was a few weeks ago. We're in November now, and those costumes are still holding up, even though they're in a drawer. Look at the bee! And say hi. Say hi to Daeson and Amara. They were excited that part of the costume was coming together, so they wanted to try it out.
Get down. There.
So it's time to make the tails. We're almost done, y'all. So you're just going to take that pipe cleaner and you're going to just twist it around your finger and then let it go. And that's kind of how I was able to create that cylinder shape. And then I measured where I was going to put the tail on the red shirt. It was so off, by the way. I don't know how it ended up so close to that side, but it definitely wasn't in the middle, but it worked out just fine. So I basically just hot glue gunned it down into a little hole that I'd stuck with the scissors in the back, and then pressed it down to dry, and that's pretty much it. It's very simple. And I put 2 pipe cleaners together just to give it more of a tail-like appearance, so it would be thicker. So I did the same thing with my son's, but I didn't do the hole. I just stuck it against the back, right where his butt would be, and I pressed it down. And then voila, you got yourself a tail. That's it. All right, so now let's see what it looks like on them.
Pig. Turn them around. Let me see your tail. Oh. The piggies. Oh my goodness. Yay, Papa. Get your bag. Come.
You want to turn now? Ready? Ready, witch?
That's security.
Thank you all for watching. They had so much fun on Halloween. So sorry for these late Halloween inspired videos, but you guys can always use them for inspo for next year. Next video coming soon. Bye.